Welcome back. Water, the convenient calorie-free refreshment, is in the midst of a controversy. Tap or bottled?
When it comes to the bottled variety, consumers are wondering if the water and the package it comes in are safe. Columbia College Chicago's Nicole Odike did some fishing around to unearth which choice is better for you.
Nearly half of all Americans drink bottled water. So is there an obsession? Is it safe? And what impact is it having on the environment?
It's just more convenient to go to the store and, pick up a whole bottle and, you don't have to use a glass or fiddle around with anything else.
I see no point in spending $2 on a bottle of water when I can get it out of the faucet.
Those leaning toward the plastic packaged beverage may want to think twice. One recent study by the National Resources Defense Council found that water stored for 10 weeks in plastic and glass bottles contain phthalates. These chemicals can cause hormonal problems in both men and women. A representative for a Bottled Water Association says there isn't a health or safety concern in bottled water because it's regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. While there are standards for limiting phthalates in tap water, there aren't any for bottled water. And what about the 2 billion water bottles that end up in landfills each year? Some experts say it's a problem that has a solution.
Convenience is a real big thing. And if it's not convenient, people won't do it. But if people just think a little bit, it's not that hard to do the right thing. It's not that hard to either take it home or find a recycling place for it. Don't just throw it away and treat it like garbage because it's obviously a very valuable commodity.
The National Resources Defense Council suggests for now using a filtration system for all your water sources to be extra safe. From Columbia College, Chicago, I'm Nicole Odike for OSTN News.
If you're curious what's swimming around in your tap water, call the municipality that sends your water bills.
It's time to get the goods on the news that's turning heads on college campuses around the world.
Here's your campus countdown.
A Missouri woman faces up to 20 years in prison for her alleged role in a MySpace hoax that turned deadly. A federal grand jury indicted Lori Drew last week. Drew's 13-year-old neighbor, Megan Meyer, hanged herself at her home in October 2006 after receiving cruel messages over MySpace, including one that stated the world would be better off without her. Drew was suspected of helping create a false identity MySpace account to contact Meyer. Meyer thought she was chatting with a 16-year-old boy named Josh Evans, but Josh didn't exist. One of Drew's employees told investigators that Drew encouraged her to create the account to find out what Meyer was saying about Drew's daughter. Drew is charged with 1 count of conspiracy and 3 counts of accessing protected computers without authorization to get information used to inflict emotional stress. Each charge carries a possible sentence of 5 years in prison.
Prepare to be schooled in the art of hack, at least if you're a student in Nagpur, India. The Computer Engineering Department at the Amrera College of Engineering in Central India plans to offer a course in ethical hacking. It will be part of the last year of studies for a 4-year engineering degree. And students that traditionally learn to build software and establish computer systems and networks will now learn skills on how to break and attack those same systems, find loopholes, and plug them.
3 of the students slain during the Northern Illinois University shooting on February 14th are now college graduates. During commencement ceremonies throughout last weekend, NIU presented posthumous degrees to the families of those killed. NIU President John Peters said, quote, "All of you who crossed the stage today have been part of our university community in a time of great triumph and great tragedy. The light of achievement that illuminates today's celebration is made brighter by the darkness from which we have emerged." End quote. The university plans to award honorary degrees to all 5 students who were killed in the shooting rampage.
When it comes to quitting the ciggies, it might make sense to find a buddy. A new study shows that the same peer pressure that leads people to try their first cigarette can work in reverse. Researchers at Harvard and the University of California, San Diego, took people involved in a long-running health study and tracked the patterns of their relatives, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. Investigators found that people linked in social networks tended to kick the habit around the same time. The stats? The study shows that a smoker was 67% more likely to quit if a spouse did too, 36% more likely if a friend did, and 25% more likely if a sibling did.
5 lucky pooch owners will get the chance to clone their beloved furry friend, but it all comes down to the highest bidder. BioArts, a biotech company in California, will offer their cloning services via online auctions next month, with bidding starting at $100,000. The company says dogs are among the most difficult animals to clone because they have an unusual reproductive biology. Still, they say the science is ready to go, and the Best Friends Again project is ready to launch. The bidding is set to begin June 18th.
Your Hollywood Minute is waiting on the other side of a quick break.
And later, a ride so sweet it will bring you to tears. See you in a few.